Okay, here we go. Hi, everybody. This is Pam Sadler, and I know I didn't give people a warning, but we're going to do a little talk on finances today. And we've done a lot of things about decreasing stress with diet and lifestyle and nutrition on this page. But today we're going to talk about finances and finance health. And I have Lori Elliott with me, who is an absolute guru on finances. Not only will she help you get out of debt faster than you ever dreamed possible, it's just amazing some of the stories she has to tell, but she also has another program that kind of teaches you the physiology of finances. So, Lori, I'm so thankful that you came and you're willing to talk with us today. And go ahead, let's hear what you've got to say.
Well, thank you very much, and good afternoon, everybody. I'm glad to be here live with you. So appreciate you taking the time to listen. So Pam asked me to be on here to kind of give an overview of what I do. So a little bit about that. I work with people that are families, business owners, that type of thing, and I look at their debt scenario and I analyze what they're currently doing, and I see if I can go ahead and do that better, faster for them, save them that additional money that they would have been paying to the bank.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of just walk through their scenario with them to get a better understanding, and then prepare a report to show them exactly what we can do and how fast we can do it.
So you work with all age groups, from students to senior citizens, and you're able to decrease the amount of time it takes somebody to pay off their mortgage, for example, or pay off their student loans.
Exactly. And sometimes we find that people with student loans, that's one of the most toxic debts we see. People are typically not paying fully amortized payments, so that becomes an issue for them. Their debt may actually be forecasted out over 50 years.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are making payments just based on their income. So we take a look at the whole picture for people and see how we can help them get their debt cleared up much sooner.
Okay. And I know personally, I want nothing to do with people's finances. And so that's why I asked Lori on here, because she is just amazing. She's a very honest person that I highly respect. And I know she doesn't ever push anybody into it. She's got a chance to do a free demonstration on with using your finances that she keeps totally private, right, Lori?
Yes, I get asked that a lot. I mean, because people are, that's something that's very personal. So it's completely confidential. No one will ever know that you even spoke to me unless you tell them otherwise.
Yeah, so if my daughter-in-law wanted to look at the finances, I would know nothing about it, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We know
Okay.
nothing about it. So
Very good, very good. Because I mean, that's a real issue, is that people don't want other people to know anything about that. So give us some examples of some people that you've helped with the debt. I know you've helped some of my friends with their debt restructuring. So I know you just recently talked to an RN that you helped decrease their debt by a huge number of years, correct?
she called me. She said, I am tired of being single mom. She said, I'm tired of being out of control and not knowing what's going on. She had 28 years left on her mortgage, Pam.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, let me take a look. I'll run your numbers. I will be able to tell you a month and year that I can have you at a debt. And she was like, please, just because she'd never tracked anything. And
Right.
she apologized to me ahead of time. She said, I don't think you can help me really, but I'm hoping you can.
Okay.
One of my friends worked with you, and she said to talk to you. So I ran her numbers and I had her out of debt. And it was kind of cool because her debt-free date was actually July 4th, 2028.
Independence Day.
Yeah, that's exactly
2028.
And so it was about 20 years sooner than she was going to be out of debt.
Wow.
Sometimes people, right, wow. Sometimes people get really focused on the getting out of debt part.
Uh-huh.
And they forget about the creating wealth side of things. So if you have debt out there and you have a mortgage, I want you just to think of that number in your head, what your mortgage payment is. And imagine not paying that for 20 years, how much money that's worth.
Yeah, I know. I used to look at how much interest I paid every year when I had a 30-year mortgage, and just, I mean, just incredible amount, the thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars you ended up paying just in interest.
Well, here's the thing people don't realize. When they have, let's just say, a $200,000 mortgage at 4.5% interest, you're like, oh, well, that's not too bad. 4.5% is pretty low, right?
Hmm.
Especially when you compare it to your credit card interest rate. Guess what? Over the course of 30 years, you pay 82% in interest.
Yikes, 82%. Nobody's ever going to advertise that real transparent number.
Well, there is a page when you're on your closing, the amortization schedule,
Hmm.
and they'll tell you how much you actually will end up paying back. And it's staggering. And I have two grown sons who are recent homeowners. And so I'm looking at those things with them. I'm like, guys, let me show you how to do this a little bit faster and save you a whole lot of money. But people don't have a plan for retirement. And for the first time, I'm able to help them see that they first can retire, and then the amount of money, because that's part of my report as well.
Right.
So if you're using my plan for you, I'm going to have you debt free on this date, and in the same time frame, I'm going to help you create this much wealth.
That's
So not
wonderful.
only are they going to, yeah, not only are they going to get out of debt sooner, but they're going to have money in their own pocket.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So if you want to learn more about Lori's program, get in touch with me and I will give you Lori's contact information. And it's free. She does a she takes her time and does a free demonstration with your information so that you can see real numbers for what you do. Now you also have another program. I kind of call it the physiology of finances. So, because I'm into health. And so I understand if you take vitamin D, then this happens with all your cells. And she can take all those different financial pictures and teach people really how to be intelligent about their financial conditions. Can you tell a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so I have a financial background. My husband does as well. And I mean, I did taxes for years. I worked as a staff accountant. So I've always been excited about money. So when I first found this program, I was very excited about it. My husband walked in the door and I was waving my own report. At this point, I was just a person that was just getting a glimpse.
Right.
And I'm waving this piece of paper and I said, we're going to take our 29-year mortgage, because we still had 29 years left, and we're going to be out of debt in 13 years. And I literally was jumping up and down excited, because that's just my personality.
Well, and I met you through your husband because
Yeah.
I was at a seminar that he was doing, and he was telling me about this program that you wanted to check out. And he said, "Oh, there's just no way this is ever going to work." And then, but you talked him into it, and then he said that the first month that you saved $10,000 in real money, just an interest that you would never have to ever pay. $12,000. Oh my goodness! So. And then he had to figure out, he had to get out his paper and pencil and calculator and figure out, how did this do this?
He did. And he actually spent a lot of time to document for me, because this is guaranteed in writing, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So he knew if it didn't work for us, it was guaranteed. But he spent the time to document the steps along the way, because he was going to show me where it didn't work. And so he actually documented our success. And he was kind enough this past fall, he's a writer, and he was kind enough to write his story and our story for us. And he put it out there on the internet at mrskeptical.com. So if you're interested in reading it, it's kind of humorous, but it's all truth. So he takes you through our process, which included going on to buy a rental property. So I added $170,000 of new debt to my scenario between a vehicle and a rental property. And we're going to be out of debt sooner than the 13 years that was originally predicted for us.
Wow. Yeah, so you added a lot more debt and you're getting out of debt sooner.
I
That's
did, but I also created some residual income with having a rental property. And it was something that I always wanted to do, but I didn't know what it was going to do to our financial picture
right.
until I had complete money management software that allows me to actually forecast out those decisions.
Yeah, yeah. And I so totally, being in my 60s, I and looking at our retirement structure not being where we want it to be, it's just like really important to have those extra streams of income because down here in Florida, where I am now, it's like we've got 80-year-old people bagging groceries.
Yeah, and I see it a lot. I had a lady come to me. I don't know how old she was, but I know her husband was 60. And
Hmm.
she said, she called me. I never met her in person. And she said, "You've helped a couple of my friends. I hope you can help me." And her situation was that they had still 12 years left on their mortgage, but her husband was eligible to retire at 64.
Okay.
She said, "Do you think you could get it so that he could retire at 66? Because I know you've cut people's mortgage time in half." And I said, "I'll look. I mean, I can't promise you anything until I take a look." So I ran her numbers and we set up a Zoom meeting and I walked through her scenario and um, I got her. This really makes me emotional. Sorry. So my results were she was going to be debt free in 3.8 years, which
Oh,
was sooner than he could retire.
yes.
And whenever I tell this, I really do get teary because she sobbed for a good 5 minutes on the phone.
Oh
She
my
was,
goodness.
for the first time, she had hope for their future. They were going to
Right.
be debt free before he retired, and he could retire on time because I had a plan for them that was guaranteed.
Yeah, so I would so encourage people to to get a hold of me and so I can give you Lori's information so you can just see it doesn't cost you anything except a little bit of time to talk with Lori so she can use your real numbers to give you an evaluation. And if you're struggling with your finances and don't understand it, her course is fabulous. I know they put hours and hours and hours. They've attended many courses themselves and have taken the best of the best to put it together into this course so that you really understand that physiology of your financial situation. Thank you so much from Lori. Is there anything else you wanted to add or?
I just want to, if I could, give them the course and the coupon code that
Okay.
all of your viewers can have. So
Okay.
it's the financialacumencourse.com, and there's a special coupon code for all of the listeners for Pam. So if that's, let me just give that real quick. So that coupon code is going to be special dash 257Z.
Okay.
And Pam can put that up there
Yep.
in the comments so that you can at least have that as well.
Yes, I'll put that up there so that if anybody wants to take advantage of that, they can save money on that too.
Yes.
So, all right. Well, thanks a lot, Lori. Everybody, you guys all enjoy your day. And if there's anything special you guys want to learn about, let me know because I know a lot of people. So, and I love interviewing people. I think this is fun. So, everybody have a good time. Bye-bye.
Thank you.